Hey, this is Man-Made Mead. Today we're going to take the Peppermint Mead and move it out of its plastic fermenter. It's been fermenting in here for about a month and a day. So I first want to get a gravity reading to see where it's at currently. And really, I have a feeling it's going to be a pretty sugary mead as is because it had a lot of sugar to run through. So we're looking at it about... Wow, it still could also have some fermenting to go. I think it does because I've seen it ferment slowly. It's at 1.3, so it started at that 1.15, which 1.3 is around 4%, and then it started at 1.15, which is almost 18%. So we're got about 14% in, and I think it could go a little further. It just really depends on if the yeast will kick back up. So now what I want to do is I want to take it and move it out into my 6-gallon glass carboy, and then we're also going to get a taste test. Okay, so I just racked it all over. Here's what I have left. This is a bunch of basically just sugar and dead yeast and whatnot at the bottom. And I've actually taken a lot of the really sediment and put it into here, because what I'll do is I'll put a little stopper on the top of this, put it in the fridge. It won't have any more fermentation happen, and this will all drop to the bottom, and then I'll use the little bit that's not the gross sediment, and I'll do something with it, taste it or something. But I want to actually get a real taste test of what this tastes like right now. So we have our 6-gallon carboy that's full, and we're going to go ahead and, of course, recork it and do all that stuff, and then we are going to get a taste test. So let's go ahead and recork this. Alright, so here's our taste test. Here, it's pretty cloudy still. It's going to be for a while. If you look up here, man, it's not, it's got a decent color, but it's just not going to clear up for a bit. So what's interesting is if you look at it from, the big container, it looks very red. You can see the candy cane color. And this doesn't look as red. So, I don't know, it's just kind of interesting to me. But the smell of it is very, very strong. I mean, I could smell it from the moment I opened it up. It's just like pouring over my nose. That's just because peppermint has such a strong smell. It's not bad, it's great actually. I like the peppermint smell. Some people don't, it just depends. But smell-wise, you definitely smell peppermint. You also smell a little bit of the yeast, and I think that's a lot of that alcohol content. You can smell that there is some alcohol content, and I hope so because it's a strong mead. I mean, it's a 14%, going to be possibly 16% mead. But let's go ahead and give it a shot. Oh yeah, that's still really sweet. That extra 1 point whatever it is 4 still was kicking out some definite sweetness behind it, which is probably, honestly, it is too sweet. And so I got to figure out what I want to do. I don't know if I want it to be this sweet. I don't think people would drink a lot of this, and I want, of course, the goal is for people to drink this and enjoy it and really want to drink it. So it's good. I didn't compensate for whatever reason in my mind the sugars in the candy cane and then all the honey I put in. I think I don't know why I didn't think about it, but ultimately I did supply it with a lot of sugar. And it's going to be a heavy mead, which means it needs lots of time to age, lots of time to clear up, and I'm definitely not going to carbonate it. Yeah, get the peppermint, really strong. Little honey sticks through. The honey taste will start to come in more later on as it ages. Generally that's how the honey kind of works. It starts to make its way back into the mead flavoring after it gets mellowed out. So it's got a lot of depth, a lot of character, which is great for a mead. That's what I want, character, and just honestly complexity. If your mead's not complex, a lot of times if it's just one-dimensional and there's a lot of tannins in it, or it's really acidic in one side, if it doesn't have the two combined, then ultimately you get this like not super enjoyable beverage. And this one has some complexity to it. But it's really not bad. This was, and I think you might have seen the video if you haven't, 216 candy canes. It was also about 18 pounds of honey, Dutch Gold Clover honey. I used 2 packets originally of the Lalvin, EC1118 and all that, and then I tried to pitch and add some more yeast to try and get it to where it'll go up to that 18% because it was 1.15 gravity, meaning ultimately it could hold and be 18%, but it's still sitting at 14, so I'm wondering if one of the yeast kind of took over and stopped it, you know. I don't really know with that. And then I'd used about 6 gallons of water, 7 gallons of water, mixed all that together, let it sit for a while, and this is what I have. This is one of my my really successful meads I'd made before that I have kind of back in this container. And I wanted to make a bigger batch of it because ultimately, when you find a recipe you like, you just gotta make more of it. So, it's good. It's definitely like way dessert wine right now. If I can find a way to tame the sweetness in some way, then that will make life easier and a little better. And I don't know, I'm gonna see what I can do. If you have any recommendations for how to tame a little sweetness, let me know. And if you have any other ideas for extra meads in the future, also let me know, because I would love to take your ideas and run with them. Now, if you want to support the channel, support me and stuff, I got a bunch of links below, Patreon, Facebook. Facebook's great, got a huge community. Join our Facebook group. We want to talk and chat, and I love getting to converse with people and hear their ideas and then tell me new things, because I learn from you guys just as you might learn from me. A Society 6, which is t-shirts and all this stuff that I have here. And then a bunch of various things. I've got a P.O. box if you'd like to send me anything. And all this stuff is just here to help, and I'm here to help you. One of my main goals with this channel is to educate and help you all create better mead. And so I hope I'm doing that each time. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'm going to go ahead and just write the names on these and then stick it back and let it sit for a while. And we'll see very soon how it's aging. I'll do some progress videos to see how the flavors mellow out, and all those things. So, thanks for watching. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I will see you in another video. Cheers!